Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX with me, Devika Chopra. Top focus continues to be President Donald Trump's address to Congress and the American people as he lays out plans for the months ahead. Trump emphasized on the Russia-Ukraine war, stating that millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in the horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. He also mentioned that Ukraine is now ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring the lasting peace closer. Let's quickly listen in.
For the entire region, a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. But a lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. $2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans. But I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said, at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelenskyy of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible for the entire...
All right, so there we've heard it, what Donald Trump has had to say. My colleague Aditya Vadwan with us on the broadcast. Aditya, take our viewers through the details of what really is on the negotiating table from the side of the United States of America that has been presented to Ukraine.
Well, Devika, if you see, when there are talks about negotiation table, the Trump is referring to the critical minerals deal that he wants that that should happen between the United States of America and Ukraine. Let us just remind the viewers that there are large number of rare earth elements that are present that are in Ukraine, and the Trump absolutely wants the access of those rare earth elements to United States of America, so that the domestic industries in United States of America are benefited from them, and that is why he has been for quite some time pressurizing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy regarding this. He had set some conditions that if Volodymyr Zelenskyy gives 50% of access of those rare earth elements to United States of America, then he would provide some sort of security assistance to Ukraine against Russia. So now, since the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has agreed to come on the negotiating table or with US President Donald Trump, this critical minerals deal with the Ukraine is bound to happen, and now it will be seen as to what sort of security assistance does the United States of America provides to Ukraine. Yes, Devika.
Okay, Aditya, stay on with us. Sudhakar ji with us on the